Well, all right, 340 everyone. Hello everyone and welcome back to Before the Four. It's digital host AJ Wuest here, wishing you all a very happy Monday. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving weekend, got to spend some time with some family, got to eat, got to watch football. As I always say, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, of course. For those reasons, getting to spend time with family, of course, watch football, and what better way to do it than just eat a whole bunch of turkey, some mashed potatoes, sweet potato pie, all that yummy stuff. I love it so much. But anyway, welcome to Before the Four this Monday afternoon. I hope you're all having a great day so far. Let's dive into some of the day's top news stories, and let's begin this afternoon in the Shoals, where a Tennessee man is in jail after allegedly assaulting two Florence police officers last Saturday at Rick's Barbecue. Now, officers responding to a welfare check found a driver who initially refused to identify himself and later gave a false name. Now, the 27-year-old identified as Peyton Watkins, that's who you're seeing on screen. He fled on foot, resisted, and fought with officers before being subdued. Two officers suffered non-life-threatening injuries. One has returned to duty, while the other is off pending an evaluation. Watkins faces resisting arrest, giving a false name, and 2 counts of third-degree assault. He's being held in the Lauderdale County Detention Center on $3,500 bond, and he'll be extradited to Tennessee on active felony warrants. And of course, 48's Aria Pons tonight. We'll have more on this story coming up in our evening newscast, so make sure to stick around for the latest. But now the Auburn University football team now has a new head coach. Alex Golesh will now be taking the helm for the Auburn Tigers. 48's Faith Delp recently spoke with football fans here in Alabama, their thoughts on the new hire. Let's take a listen.
Tiger fans are ready to step into a new season with a new coach, especially after Saturday's Iron Bowl loss. But these fans say the coaching carousel must stop. They want Alex Golesh to stick around for more than 3 years.
If you're going to hire a coach, you need to let them be there a while and let them try.
Derek Garrison is a longtime Tigers supporter. He sees a repetitive pattern with Auburn coaches. They arrive, they have some success, some struggles, and then they're gone. Garrison wants that to change. He also wants a future with better offense, especially after last night's Iron Bowl that ended the Tigers' season. Garrison has seen what Golesh did with Southern Florida and is hopeful.
If you're going to be in the SEC, you better know what you're doing, and you better be ready for whatever. So I want to see better play calling on offense. Golesh is a younger guy, and he's known for his offense. So that's what I'm happy about. So let's see it.
Tiger fans are getting through the loss and getting excited about a new coach. Alabama fans are basking in their win and talking a little smack as they get ready for the SEC title game.
Auburn, congratulations on another bad hire. You're still going to lose. Yes, he's got grit. He's got that. But at the end of the day, we always just beat you.
There's only one way to find out. Next year at the Iron Bowl, where Alabama will host Auburn, and see if Golesh has what it takes to take down the Tide.
I love it. The Alabama fans, they seem a bit cocky about that hire, but of course we wish Alex Golesh the best of luck this upcoming season. But now it is December, and that means the holiday season is officially upon us. And many nonprofits here in Tennessee are doing a Toys for Tots drive. 48's Noah Cowell takes us to one church that nearly gave out 5,000 toys last year. Let's take a look.
The Committee on Church Cooperation serves thousands of people in Morgan County every year, whether it's through giving food, clothes, or other products to those who can't afford it. Every holiday season, they do a Toys for Tots drive at the Wesley Methodist Church, where last year they gave 4,500 toys to kids whose families couldn't afford them.
The people who utilize these services are your neighbors. You never know. These places are important because it's where you go when everything else has failed.
Executive Director Ashley Boyd says they served around 400 families last year, but that number could climb to 700 or 800 this year, something they're accounting for by giving organizations opportunities to sponsor these kids through a tinsel tree.
It's a good opportunity for businesses and individuals to share with the community and for families to create their own traditions of giving and just stewardship, while also it helps us make sure that we have enough volunteers and time and space to serve everyone.
Boyd is urging volunteers to come help at the church this upcoming week before the toy giveaway the following week, so these kids can have a holiday to remember.
It takes a village, and what's the saying? Alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. Things like that.
Reporting in Morgan County, Noah Cowell, 48 News, on your side.
I just love to see it here in the Tennessee Valley, of course, all the nonprofits, Toys for Tots Drive, great stuff. And of course, if you're watching at home, feel free to donate to any of the nonprofits this time of the year. And with that, we're going to head to break, but coming up, an influx of baptisms in Jackson County and talking a little history here in the Tennessee Valley. It's all ahead. We'll go through it all in 1 minute. All right, break time over. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Before the Four. Now heading out to Jackson County, where the sheriff's office has recently baptized over 20 inmates. Now, it all started back in October when one inmate gave his life to Christ, and it all started a movement. 48's Will Eldridge tells us all about it. Let's take a look.
The sheriff's office tells me that back in October, an inmate who had turned their life to Christ pleaded to be allowed to get baptized. That's what Chaplain Matt Beatty tells me is the start of a movement that led to 20-plus inmates being baptized, all in just one day.
It was actually the first inmate's idea. He come to the jail officers and said that he's dedicated his life to the Lord and wanted to be baptized. As of to date, we've baptized 26 people.
Chaplain Beatty calls it a true heart change for some inmates, and he says it is an obligation to provide this opportunity for these incarcerated people.
And people are actually getting into it and understanding exactly what it means to have a heart change, because they're realizing, according to Scripture, we're commanded to do it if we have the opportunity.
Jackson County Sheriff Rocky Harnan tells me he has been pleased with the effort from the jail ministry and was supportive of the idea from the start.
You know, I was just excited when he said, hey, we have some people who want to get baptized, because I have 100% support that. Talking about some people get Jesus and forget about him, it's not ours to judge. Not ours to judge.
Chaplain Beatty tells me baptisms will continue as long as there are inmates that want to turn their life around, but added they might have to move them inside as the weather gets colder. Will Eldridge, 48 News, on your side.
Love to see it. That's an awesome story there. And now take a look at this. Heading out to Gunnersville, Will Eldridge tells us about a house built in the 1850s that still stands today. Let's take a look.
When Union forces swept through Gunnersville in the final year of the Civil War, all but 7 buildings in Gunnersville were burned to ash. This house is one of those 7. The Montgomery Gilbreth House still stands today because of 2 opposing forces agreeing to spare the home. Historian Dr. Julian Sparks says the house was built around the 1850s In the middle of the 1860s, Union forces arrived with orders to burn Guntersville to the ground, including this Gilbreth's home. Dr. Sparks says the survival of the home was cemented when both Captain Forrest, commander of the USS Grant, and Gilbreth met and found common ground. The two men had both worked as masons. Captain Forrest agreed to leave Gilbreth's home untouched, besides the cannonball that had already hit it. Today, this house stands as a monument to Guntersville's survival and the headquarters for Guntersville Historical Society. Dr. Sparks tells me just how significant this home is to the foundation of the county's history and to himself as a historian.
It was just history coming alive to me when I put my foot in the door, and here I was in the same room as whom I consider a great man, one of the founders of Guntersville. He's not the first founder like John Gunter or Lewis White, but without him there would be a whole void in this town.
The home remained in the Gilbreth family until it was sold in the 1950s. Dr. Sparks says the Guntersville Historical Society is planning several events at the Gilbreth home next year to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States. Will Eldridge, 48 News, on your side.
And with that, let's go into the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscasts. Mail theft in Madison, 48's Noah Cowell will have those details coming up. The latest on Canathon and how you can donate this holiday season. And finally, more women working at the Morgan County Sheriff's Office than ever before. 48's Callie Neese will have all those details coming up. And these are just a few of the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscasts. And y'all know what time it is now. It is, of course, time for Facebook fun, how we like to end before the 4 each and every day. And, of course, our 48 Facebook question today. It's December 1st. That means the holiday season is upon us. So what is the best Christmas movie? What is your personal favorite Christmas movie? And let's see what you all have to say. I think if I was to choose, I would probably have to go with Christmas Vacation. Just absolutely love that movie. And I see a lot of y'all commented that movie as well, but let's see what else y'all had to say. Home Alone, a hilarious movie there. Emily Duncan, yes, awesome movie. I love Home Alone. Of course, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, already mentioned that one. Tammy, you have great movie taste. Love that movie so much. Harry Winehouse, he said Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, Muppets Christmas Carol, and Elf. Definitely got to have Elf in there. It is a classic. I mean, it's a must-watch every single holiday season. Gary said Krampus. It's a horror film, a Christmas horror film, but I love that movie also. I actually ran the Krampus 5K in South Huntsville last year. I might do it again this year. Hannah said Jingle All the Way. Love that movie. Love Jingle All the Way. And Ernest Saves Christmas. Cassie, an absolute classic here. A Christmas Story. I can't put my arms down. Iconic line. So many great lines in that movie. That is why it is a Christmas classic. Mary said Christmas with the Cranks, another really good one. Here's another classic right here from Betty Hall. She said Miracle on 34th Street. Absolutely. Fun fact, I'll admit it, I have not seen Miracle on 34th Street. And I think I am going to watch it this year. I have heard it is fantastic. I've seen it on TV many times, just as I was scrolling through the guide, but I have not sat down and watched that entire film. So this is going to be the year I do it. I'm going to watch Miracle on 34th Street because I've heard such great things about it, 100%. But you all, as always, had super awesome comments today. Let's see if I can find any more. Maybe shout out one more comment. Looks like someone said Scrooged. That is, I actually have not seen that one, but I have certainly heard of that one. E.T., interesting. I've always kind of pictured E.T. as more of a Halloween kind of film, since a lot of it is set in Halloween, but of course, you can watch E.T. around the holidays as well. Gremlins also, I believe that's a hybrid Christmas / Halloween movie, so that is another really good one. But there's so many good ones, it's so hard to choose just one. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is an absolute classic. I love that one as well. So there's so many good ones. I think I'm going to make it my mission in December. Every single night I want to watch a different Christmas movie. And I might be able to see maybe about half of the ones that are out by the end of the month. Because there's just so many good ones out there. But y'all, as always, you had super awesome comments today. You always do. I love reading y'all's comments and seeing what you all have to say here across the Tennessee Valley. But y'all, that is just about it for today's Before the Four. But as always, I want to thank you so much for watching, spending a bit of your Monday afternoon here. I hope you all enjoyed tonight's evening newscast. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You all have a great night.